So I want to dish on the show Mythic Quest a little bit. So I was talking to somebody over the weekend about it, and I know season three's been out for a while, and they're barely scratching the surface of season four. But somebody was asking for a new show to watch; they hadn't seen it. And they called me and they were like, "Look, this is not realistic. Nobody in companies would talk to each other this way. Engineers aren't like that because there's a lot of static on the show where people just are complete asshats to each other." And I started thinking about it. I'm like, it's not really a big stretch. Okay. It's just not. People get very passionate about engineering, they get very into it. In 20 plus years in industry, I have had salespeople at a very large company I worked for actually, sell a piece of technology that didn't exist. And then tell me as the tech side, hey, if the tech guys don't agree that we can do this on the budget we've got, they can go fuck themselves and I'll do it anyway. I'm like, you're a BD guy. And what you're saying kind of violates a law of physics. He's like, I don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself. Get out. I'm like, okay. Um, it was a fun afternoon explaining that one to some people. I've had people look at me and say, on a project that was behind schedule and over budget, oh no, change the PowerPoint, make it look like we're on schedule and on budget. It won't matter. Like, yeah, kind of does. I have had people tell me that, hey, you've got this circuit board design and it's, a certain size. Hey, let's change the size of the case it goes in to be smaller. Okay, but the circuit board needs to be inside the case. Yeah, just change that. Okay, we just went through circuit layout. We went through, designing this board, testing this board, getting the board prototyped, and you want us to go back and change it to be a different physical dimension. I got to go change the layout of all the little circuit pieces on the card. That's not an afternoon level job if you got a multi-layer board. It's just not like, oh, let me go change a couple. It's not that simple. Um, Especially in something in the medical field that was designed for human use. It's not like a snap your fingers and go do it. Uh, I've had people look at me and tell me, oh, I don't give a fuck if it's currently possible. You need to call people in. I need it before 9 o'clock on Monday. I know our system doesn't do it. Get people in here working on it. It was 4:45 on a Friday. Now that would be a funny one if it hadn't happened more than once. So let me describe that a little bit better for you. Person in charge of the tech group, somebody calls you at 4:45 on a Friday and says, hey, I need a whole bunch of new features added before Monday about 9 o'clock. I have a meeting. I told everybody it was in there already, so it's no big deal. I just need them by Monday. And what they were describing was about 3 months worth of work for a team of people. And we had until, Monday. Um, that would be funny if that wasn't a regular occurrence with that particular group. So you get to the point where you're like, you see these shows and you're like, okay, that's really not a big stretch. Yeah, there's some sanity in it. There's some craziness in it, but you know what? This kind of shit goes on in the engineering spaces. Maybe not as quickly and as often as it does in Mythic Quest, but it's fiction. It's a show, and you don't want to see the daily grind of people sitting at their desk coding because you'd be looking at this all day, and who gives a shit? But it's the way they interact with each other is not a big stretch. There are people like Iron Grim out there. There are complete assholes. Like Poppy, who quite frankly should be drug in front of HR and talked to for a long period of time. There's people who act like that and get away with it time and time again because they're important in their role. Is it right? No. Is it reality? More so than some other stuff you see. But I love the show. If you haven't seen it, give it a watch. But everybody have a great day. I hope your Monday goes well. If you're watching this later in the week, hey, I hope whatever day you're on goes well. And happy holiday with the holiday coming up. Unless you're watching this after the holiday, and then just enjoy Mythic Quest. Everybody, click like, subscribe, follow, whatever. Or if you tell me I'm wrong or think I'm incorrect, feel free to do that too. It's the internet. I usually don't have to grind people to do that. Everybody have a great day.